than pristine. A clean, well-groomed ice rink scores highly with hockey players. Enter the Zamboni, the Cadillac of ice resurfacing machines.
It's a knife blade that picks up dirty ice and puts down fresh water to make a nice frozen sheet of ice for people to skate on.
Chet Murch is the general manager of the rinks at Exeter.
So basically you have a 200-gallon tank of water that you fill each time. You have a bucket up here that actually picks up the snow, and the ice resurfacer has a blade on it that throws the snow up into the bin and drops water on the ice that freezes.
Chet says when the Zamboni glides across the ice, it becomes the star attraction. And though you don't need a special license to drive one, it still takes some training.
It's just not taking a vehicle out there and driving and coming off. There's a lot more to it with blade settings, how much ice you take off, how much water you put back down.
I've never driven a vehicle this big, not even a tractor. So it's up to Dave Bono, the ice maintenance technician, to teach me how to operate a Zamboni.
See that? I'm going to drive the Zamboni now. Wish me luck.
Making my way across the ice, climbing on board, Dave gives me the lowdown by explaining the controls.
This pedal looks like a brake. It's not really needed. So you can push the gas and take it for a little spin.
But you could say the ride got off to an unsteady start.
I don't think this is how it's supposed to sound.
Take a little slight left, aim for that dot.
The key to a smooth Zamboni ride is to keep your foot on the gas and steer with one hand using a knob. It's known as the suicide or Brody wheel.
So I really should just put the pedal down and not jerk it around.
Exactly.
So after a rocky start, I start to cruise around the rink. But the route I'm taking, it's a bit haphazard. You could say I was all over the ice.
So this is probably faster than we would make ice.
Okay.
But that's okay.
What's the speed of making ice?
That's probably a good speed right there.
Eventually, I get the hang of steering with one hand.
There you go. That's how you steer it.
Now it's time for the Zamboni to do its job. Dave lets me handle the controls. Spraying hot water onto the surface, the top layer melts, leaving a smooth surface. I think I'm starting to get the hang of this. Dave even let me drive the Zamboni off the rink, by myself, to park. That was a little nerve-wracking.
You're all set. So a little gas. Straight away.
Don't hit the building.
I think parking the Zamboni was more challenging than driving it.
A little more.
A little more.
And then dumping the ice. I don't think I put any of the Zamboni operators at the Exeter rinks out of a job. But check out this smooth and clean finish. A perfect sheet of ice for a hockey game. From a 3,000-pound Zamboni to a Mini Cooper, my driving lessons continue. This time, I am attempting to drive a stick for the first time since high school. Cody Whalen owns Three Pedals Driving School in Portsmouth, and for those who think they cannot drive a stick, he has this guarantee.
So we've taught over 100 clients so far, and every single one of them has learned in under 2 hours.
Three Pedals is the only school in New Hampshire that teaches people how to drive a manual only. Based in Portsmouth, Cody takes new students out to the Peace Trade Port to a large, empty parking lot because newbies, like me, need a lot of space.
So, Cody, am I going to drive first?
Yep, you'll be driving. You're up first.
First. Okay, let's get this show on the road.
Cody explains the dynamics: left foot on the infamous third pedal, otherwise known as the clutch, right foot on gas, making sure the clutch is fully pressed when changing gears. So much coordination.
So, to start the car, the clutch has to be all the way to the floor,
All the way to
and
the floor.
right foot needs to be on the brake.
That's the gas. There's the brake, right?
Yep, perfect.
The goal is not to stall and to avoid the burnt clutch smell. The car moves forward. I'm surprised at how smooth I can maneuver this until I stalled. But Cody's motto: no judgment.
Our key components are patience, knowledge, and fun.
Before the end of 2 hours, Cody teaches me how to shift gears with ease, albeit very, very slowly, and not without a stall or two.
Perfect, now push it in a little. Oops. Perfect.
Cody shows you how to listen and engage with the car, so your reflexes eventually become automatic over time.
We're already ripping around.
Cody opened 3 pedals because so many friends and relatives kept coming to him for driving lessons, like Liza Cody, who just wanted to be able to move her husband's car without any headaches.
So very, very slowly just start to release your foot off that clutch pedal, and once we start to roll forward, you just hold it right there for 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, and slowly release it.
He was great. He was super patient with me because I'm a nervous Nellie.
So does Liza drive her husband's car?
I bring it around the block, just like I knew I would.
A lot of the stories are similar in that they've tried to learn in the past. It's been a relative, a partner, usually ends in frustration, sometimes tears.
Did you stall? Oh, on the road? No, I didn't. And I was so afraid I was going to stall. I was petrified. I was like, I'm going to hold up traffic signs. And I ended up doing great. And Cody just keeps you calm.
At the end of the day, as humans, we all crave experiences and those emotions. And driving a stick really allows you to become involved and get that experience and have those emotions with the vehicle and learn the vehicle.
I may have passed the first class, but eventually you must leave the empty lot and drive in traffic.
Or who have some idea of how to drive a manual, but they want to go buy a sports car, so we teach them a little bit more advanced techniques.
So, Zamboni or Mini Cooper? Since the Zamboni won't fit in my garage, I'll stick with the Mini. Manual, of course.